And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Monday. Jay Lash with a thumbs up. Appreciate you, friend. Thanks for being here. How is everyone? How's your week? Excuse me while I set up. We are joined once again by my co-host, Sadie the Channel Dog, who is sleeping on the job once more. She seems to think this is a sleep stream. What's that about? O-Dog, greetings, friend. Appreciate you being here. Happy Monday. Miko has entered the chat. Shout out to the Philippines. Miko Herptile. Greetings, everyone. O-Dog with the Dutch emoticon. Very busy today. We are working on something I'm called the 100-Day March, which I haven't really mentioned in the videos. I mention it in live streams sometimes. A-Name, greetings, says, yo, how's it going? Haven't been in the live or premieres for a good year now. Hope all is well with you, bro, with a heart emoticon. Appreciate you, A-Name, and a heart emoticon back to you. Thanks for being here. No, things are well. We are currently on, I believe it's day 4 or day 5? It is day 4 of a 100-day march, where we shall be dropping a video every day for the next 100 days. Just because we can. And I wanted to shake things up. And regrettably, they're not going to be, they're going to be inconsistent in quality, and there's going to be a lot of shorts. Sometimes a pop-up stream, and of course Marston Mondays and Free Roam Fridays are live now. As far as traditional videos go, we're working on the horse show, a moose video, and a strange man video currently. So we'll get those out, but mostly it's going to be a lot of shorts. The algorithm loves consistency. This is something I did before we got monetized. I did a 100-day march with random videos every day. It was a fun exercise, and it was really good for me back then, just to get into the discipline of making videos for the channel. Christian says, love your videos so much, man. Keep it up. Always love to watch them and watch you play. Appreciate you, friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, Christian. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston in Red Dead 1 with West Dickens. We're not doing this in order. I meant to do Seth first. Or maybe we are. I cannot recall. Currently I have 3 playthroughs of Red Dead 1 going on right now. I started another one that we are speed running through because there is an alternate encounter with the strange man, depending on how you react to the first strange man encounter. He gives you a task, and you can do a good honor version of it or a bad honor version. I did the good honor, of course, and you get some unique dialogue the second time you meet him. But I did not do the bad honor. So I have to do pretty much just speed run through perhaps 40% of the game to get to the proper events where I can spawn the strange man. Learning a lot about how to get the strange man, if that helps, so I can get that alternate dialogue for what will turn out to be the definitive strange man video in Red Dead Redemption 1. O-Dog, got your email. Appreciate your concern, friend, as always. No worries. The water here in Saint Denis is filtered by volcanic rock. It's the sweetest water. I think it's the sweetest water in the world, personally, but I'm biased. At any rate, we're fine. Appreciate you, friend. A-Name says, was playing some Red Dead Redemption 2 today for a couple hours as John Marston and doing lots of hunting for garment sets and stuff. Gonna do a new save for Arthur, but keep him in Chapter 3. Yeah, Chapter 2 and 3 are the sweet spots for me for free roaming for Arthur. Chapter 3, of course, you get Sadie's not moping around camp and you get to be by the water. That's always nice. Micah says, how are you doing? I'm doing quite well, Micah. Appreciate you being here, friend. Odog says, A-Name, submit your horse for the horse show. I think he did. I think I was working on the horse show today. And we have a, well, maybe he's not. Unless he has, he's from a different, he has a different name. There was a horse called Sin Nombre, which means no name, from the song A Horse with No Name, and I thought that might be a name, but I don't think it is. So yeah, I was working on the horse show today. Let's see, how many? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 5 more horses to process. And then we'll pick up the stragglers. Got some real life horses this time around, which I always appreciate. A-Name says, will that be today in the Discord? And A-Name says, yeah, my name on Discord is Callum. I'll check the Discord, but it would be better if you emailed reddeadsuperantonio@gmail.com with your horse photos. That Wes Dickens always getting us into trouble. Doesn't seem worth it. However, I will be happy to see him again during Undead Nightmare, which we shall be doing this Halloween.
Excellent job. Now let's make peace with the second. For a man of the people, he sure ain't very popular.
A-Name says, may have to sit this one out as it's 3 a.m. for me currently, but I'll continue to watch the stream for a while. Well, I appreciate you being here, A-Name, and no worries. You stay as long as you want.
About a change of career. I will never give up on science, John.
And who are these jokers?
How can these people harbor such bitterness? Well, I ain't surprised.
Interestingly, I started another speed run through Red Dead 1 today, and after the second mission, when John basically has no cash, I pretty much just started harvesting every animal from around McFarland Ranch just to collect cash, just to sell the pelts and the meat back to the general store. Micah says, I'd rather be the person trying to attack Wes Dickens, not the one protecting him. Well, yeah, he is a shyster. But he is a lovable shyster. A-Name says, yeah, by far Chapter 3 is definitely my favorite chapter, as it has mainly everyone in the gang at camp, and it's all happy vibes, which I love also. Yeah, everyone's still in a good mood in Chapter 3. At least until Arthur gets kidnapped. But I hardly ever play that far. Spoiler alert! Arthur gets kidnapped. So anyways, yeah, I did a lot of hunting, raised a couple $100, which I needed for the upgraded campfire, the lucky rabbit's foot, and the bandolier. And after that, you're pretty much set. Because the upgraded campfire, as you may or may not know, will reload your ammo. Very convenient. And then the bandolier doubles your ammo.
We made it, John.
So, ironically, as much as I say I'm not enjoying this game, I've played it 3 times now, and I'm kind of enjoying it. Did everyone have a good weekend? Is everyone ready for the week?
Well, that was a little hairy.
Super Bowl Sunday next week, next Sunday. I will do a morning stream, or perhaps a late night stream. I don't know yet.
Speed with which a group of men
Not sure. When is the Super Bowl over? Like a post game stream? I don't know. We'll see. I want to do something on Sunday.
shelled the tonics business for a period.
And so far, the morning streams have not been
There's a mean
successful. I did a Christmas morning stream that was
well, I'm sorry, dear boy.
was
but
not
I'm
well
only
attended.
An aging vendor of exotic elixirs, not the bloody U.S. cavalry.
Christian asks, "Were you able to do all the challenges as Arthur Superantonio?" Yes, for year one, I was obsessed with the Legend of the East outfit. So we got Arthur into New Austin, and I got that outfit. Now I don't care about that outfit, but
Sam Odessa. Still out here? How's it going?
but yes, in answer to your question. A-Name says, "Can you keep the weapons you get off NPCs? As if so, I would love to do a Chapter 2 save. If I can keep a bolt-action rifle." You sure can, A-Name.
Closer to California.
If you can find one, Sheriff Malloy has one, and a bounty hunter, a certain bounty hunter that kidnaps Sean has one.
These cacti are.
Odog says, "LOL, that's a bad idea."
I hope they are.
Well, I do listen to you, Odog, but I'm not sure which bad idea you're talking about there. Miko Herptile says, "Nice shirt there, fella." Yes, Japanese shirt, Japanese watch, made in Japan. Odog says, "Don't do streams on World Holiday mornings. Not a good idea."
California's in the west.
Yeah, it was just an experiment.
Follow the setting sun. It ain't that complicated.
I mean, Christmas morning, it was just me and the dog.
You take
So-
care of yourself.
I just wanted to see if anyone else was around. And and spoiler alert, no one else was around.
Mr. West Dickens.
Ah, Mr. Marsden.
And now we have a horse race.
How wonderful to see you, sir. How wonderful.
Are we ready then?
A-Name says, "Thank you for letting me know. I'm definitely going to do that Chapter 2 save later tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. Okay then. You can't go wrong with Chapter 3. Mr. Maddie says, "Howdy. Greetings, Mr. Maddie. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston in Red Dead 1.
Umbrage if some of my illusions sail over your head, sir.
I won't pretend.
Having my green tea.
But I will endeavor to make you understand me. Either we do this right now, or I put a bullet in you and get on with my day.
Please, I knew you were a violent man, Mr. Marston, but I did not think you were a stupid one. We need money to outfit
Sadie's
our
very
town,
tired.
to turn a simple tradesman
She had a busy day.
into something more.
We have a game that I call I Chase You and You Chase Me,
I'm about to
where we just chase each other.
we are going
And
to games.
it's actually great cardio for me, but it gets her a little overexcited. She gets a little bitey towards the end, but she has fun. I mean, it's always nice to see her smile. She smiles a lot when we're playing that game.
Let's go.
Micah asks, have you heard of the Desperados series? It's more of an RPG Western game. No, I have not. A-Name says, "Oh yeah, and the Chapter 3 save also. Sounds like a PC game, Micah.
Proletariat derail my calling in life.
And you know how I feel about PCs.
Before knowledge comes doubt, my dear boy.
Ironically, we do have a PC, so we can use Save Wizard, but and get pretty much any horse we want. But I transfer those files back onto the PS4.
If you say so, are you familiar with the concept of philanthropy, John? I'm surprised
We love the
you
PS4 on this channel.
do any of this for myself, John.
Christian says only challenges you can do by as Arthur by default is bandit, master hunter, weapon, expert, horseman, explorer, sharpshooter, and gambler. Am I right, Super Antonio? You are correct. Then you have to sneak Arthur into New Austin for what? For herbalist and the dinosaurs. You have to get the dinosaurs. No, you don't have to get the dinosaur bones for the Legend of the East outfit. You have to get that, so don't worry. You just have to sneak into the area surrounding Blackwater for the herbalist, I believe. A-Name says, who's your top 5 characters in Red Dead Redemption 2? Off the top of my head, Arthur, John, Sadie, Dutch. I want to put Micah in there, but I can't put Micah in there. No, I'd have to put Micah. Because it's a yin-yang situation. They are both sons of Dutch. They are brothers. There's a good brother. There's an evil brother. Cain and Abel. I understand also that, you know, John and Arthur are brothers, but John has his whole game. And story mode is not John's game. It's Arthur's game.
This will be a fair race. No shooting, stabbing, cliff pushing.
I believe we won this this horse race quite handily. Micah says it's available on console, but you can definitely tell it's meant to be played on PC. Yeah, I've had Macs my whole life, my whole creative life. I've just used Apple products. I like PC games. I like PC gaming computers. They look really cool, really expensivo. If I had like an unending respawnable loot box that I could visit once a day, I would certainly have a PC gaming setup somewhere, but it's not feasible right now. A-Name says, for me it would be Arthur, Hosea, Charles, Javier, and Sean. Yeah, that's a good... I forgot about Hosea and Charles and Sean and Javier. Christian asks, what was your first reaction to Arthur dying, or did you know he was going to be betrayed and killed by Micah? And if so, what was your honor on your first playthrough? We were good on our first playthrough. We've been good on our most playthroughs. Though we are doing a bad honor playthrough, a bad honor free roam Fridays. But we're not going to take that all the way to chapter 6. I was completely disappointed. I thought somehow he would survive chapter 6 in free roam in New Austin, because New Austin and the dry desert heat is a traditional, not necessarily cure for TB, but it alleviates a lot of the symptoms. That's why Doc Holliday was in Tombstone. So yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, wait, what? He's dead? What? Now what? And then you start with John, and the minute I took control of John's character and have to drive the wagon, I realized that we have to do the epilogue as John, and we're going to free roam as John, and that was the first and only time I rage quit. And I immediately quit my game, and started a new one, just because I missed Arthur so much, and I missed chapter 1. And in that playthrough, I took my time. That's the playthrough where I got the Legends of the East outfit, and it was during that playthrough that I created this channel. And here we are, almost 6 years later, with what I have come to discover is essentially a perfect game. A-Name says, would it be cool if they made a remaster for Red Dead 2 but changed the ending to where Arthur doesn't die and Sean is also alive in the end? Also, but I guess you can only dream for something like that. You can only dream it, or you can mod it on PC. If you have the talent, you can figure that out. A-Name says, oh, and Hosea. Yeah, I mean, it would be great if they were still alive. It would be great if you could free roam as Sadie. But this is what we have.
He saw, he conquered. What a fantastic spectacle, John. Let's take a moment to bask in the glory of our victory.
I've always said that a great DLC would be
All right.
Sadie and Charles while Arthur is in Guarma, and they pretty much take over the gang, or what's left of the gang, and you could just have a bunch of adventures of what they had to get up to.
How could things possibly go wrong?
While Arthur and Dutch were in Guarma. Christian says, another question, what gave you the idea to make the channel name as Super Antonio? It's a really cool name. Well, I had the name. I have had bands, rock bands, since high school, and I always named my band Super Antonio. So when YouTube came out, or I don't know, it's like maybe 2010, I grabbed the Super Antonio name for the channel, not really knowing what I was going to do with it. I just wanted to hold it in place in case I needed it. And then, you know, I kind of forgot about it until I decided to resurrect the name for this channel. And you can rent properties in Red Dead 1, which I don't care about. Might as well just camp. And then as far as this game goes, or this channel, I wasn't satisfied with, and actually, I was watching a bunch of videos by really big name, big audience video creators, video gaming creators, and I was completely unsatisfied with the state of those videos, with the quality, the pandering, the false enthusiasm in the voices, the clickbaity titles, and there was one creator who pronounced Saint Denis as Saint Denis. You have to go to Saint Denis, and at that point, I rage quit again and decided I needed to start making videos, if only so I can pronounce names correctly and give viewers and give my audience the correct pronunciation of. And also, I decided I wanted to make videos that I wanted to see. So I would always, just calm videos that presents the information succinctly, but with a little bit of humor, with my quirky humor. And also in the early videos, and actually in any tutorial, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I tell you everything you need to know in the first minute, even before I start talking. The introduction of the video will show you the thing you need to do, the map, the location, and what you get. And then you get the I'm Super Antonio or whatever, the like and subscribe. And then I will go through and walk you through the entire process. But that was important for me, that you just get all the information you need up front, and then if you like me or if you want to watch the rest of the video, you can. And also I didn't like clickbaity titles, and so I would tell you exactly what you were going to get. Exactly what's on the tin. What's in the tin. Which, is an okay strategy for growing a channel. You really need clickbait titles to push you over a certain subscriber limit. You need angry comments. You need people arguing in the comments. The algorithm doesn't care about likes or dislikes. It counts them equally. The algorithm just wants engagement. And and the algorithm doesn't care what kind of engagement that is. And, you know, if you're a human with actual emotions, you want positive engagement. You want people to like your videos and to be inspired and have fun. But that's not a great strategy for growing a channel. At any rate, where are we? A-Name says, definitely think the outcome would have been different if they were both there for the final Chapter 6 mission. Yeah, it wouldn't have happened if Hosea was there to put the brakes on Dutch. A-Name says, was personally saddened when Molly was shot in Chapter 6 for being framed as the rat, as she was definitely one of the most underrated characters in Red Dead 2 and one of the favorites. Well, she wasn't necessarily framed. She admitted it. She wanted, you know, she falsely accused herself because she just wanted attention from Dutch. Any attention. Odog is laughing, and Christian says, also, was Red Dead Redemption the first game you recorded on this channel, or was it another game? Red Dead Redemption 2 was the first game. I set this channel up as a Red Dead Redemption 2 channel. I have a second channel, Darth Super Antonio, where I play other games, but that channel never really took off, and I'm not really using it.
My man's dead.
But we played Resident Evil over there, and The Witcher 3, and Ghost of Tsushima, Life is Strange, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. A-Name says, oh yeah, wasn't it also because she was drunk at the time when she was being accused? Yes. Well, I think she was drunk pretty much through Chapter 5. She was drinking her way through the bars in Saint Denis.
This is Lucy. This is
Micah says, I think Dutch matched better with Miss Grimshaw rather than Molly. Well, they're the same age, and I'm sure they had a thing going on when Miss Grimshaw was young. But she transitioned into the camp mom, and Dutch always liked him young. I imagine Annabelle was also a redhead. We didn't mean to do that. And fortunately, this, and I didn't want to shoot her. This stranger event respawned, so we did it again. Ten viewers in the chat. Always happy when we get to double digits. Appreciate you, friends. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you have a great week. Odog says, dang. How are you doing, Odog? How was dinner? I had teriyaki beef and broccoli and rice, which is the default dinner for me. That's pretty much, I could eat that every day, and I probably eat it 3 to 5 times a week. Micah says, was Mary Linton Arthur's age? She looks way younger than him. Well, she's a fancy Saint Denis lady. I'm sure she's closer to his age, maybe 5 years younger. Odog says, chicken pot pie. I'm having throat issues. I am sorry to hear that, Odog, but I do love chicken pot pie and shepherd's pie and any kind of meat-based pie. Pie's a good carrier for all types of food. Christian says, when I first clicked on your video, just hearing your voice, and I really like this guy. I said, I really like this guy. Keep it up, Super Antonio. I really enjoy your videos, and please keep posting more videos I really enjoy them. Well, I appreciate you saying that, friend. Like Dutch, I do like the sound of my own voice. A-Name says, what happened to Karen once she left camp and throughout the epilogue? I don't think she made it to the epilogue. I don't think she made it out at chapter 6. Mary Beth says the drink took her. So, regrettably, I believe she drank herself to an untimely death. Ali says, while still think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a better overall game, there's something about the ambience of Red Dead Redemption and the more simplistic story that always sticks in my mind. Yeah, I understand that. I call Red Dead 1 Red Dead Light. And it is fun in its own right, and I wish I had played it in, 2009, 2010, so I could understand the affection and would have been blown away by this game, a decade or two ago, and could see it as a masterpiece rather than basically a beta version of Red Dead 2. I do like John, his character, better, way better in Red Dead 1. He's more fully developed, he's more articulate, he's more well-read. He's a man. He's more heroic, he's more in charge of his destiny, and he knows who he is. But that's the point of Red Dead 2, is to show his development into this version of John. Micah says, do you prefer Javier's Red Dead 1 voice or his Red Dead 2? Red Dead 2 all the way. I like all the voices in Red Dead 2. I mean, they're my voices. I mean, in terms of, my memory and associations and sentiment with this game. So, yeah, I prefer Red Dead 2 in all things. There's no trinket underneath, the turtle shell trinket under those stairs, obviously, but I still wanted to look. A-Name says, and here's Sadie saying hello. Say hello to the chat. Say hello to O-Dog. Sadie is technically a mod, but she doesn't really utilize her mod powers. A-Name says, loved the Valentine robbery with her, really showed her skills in doing her research and planning into the Valentine Bank. She should have been involved in looking for the supposed gold in Rhodes. Yeah, she was, I don't want to say she's an underdeveloped character, but every character in the gang, to an extent, was underdeveloped, but they didn't want to make a 120-hour game. O-Dog has a smiley laughy, and Miko says, hello, Sadie. Say hello to Miko. She's already back asleep. She doesn't care, Miko. I'm sorry. Christian says, well, that's it for me, superantonio. I'm going to get some shut-eye. As Arthur would say, glad I could be here on the stream and glad you are answering all your fans' questions. Enjoy the rest of your day. You enjoy your day as well tomorrow, Christian. Have a great week. Appreciate you being here. Happy Monday. On Mondays, we Marston in Red Dead 1. Christian is a nice name. I have a cousin named Christian. And of course, one always remembers Mr. Christian from Mutiny on the Bounty. Knocking out some stranger events, but we completely forgot about the strange man on this playthrough. Odog says her bark is mightier than her bite. She has a really good bark. She doesn't talk much. She has a happy bark, you know, and she also has like a guard dog bark, which is very authoritative and aggressive, but you hardly ever hear it. Like when I was living in my father's house and we were having contractors over all the time, if someone would come in without knocking on the door, like they wanted to use the bathroom or ask something, you would get a very aggressive bark from her, and I was very proud of her. You would, you know, much bigger than you would think could come out from a medium-sized dog. She sounded like, you know, a big scary dog, and I appreciate that. And then we had plumbers over here once, and she did that bark, and I had to put her in the crate. It was pretty funny. But for the most part, she's very quiet. I worry that, you know, in the first like 3-4 months of her life before I got her, that she was punished for barking, because her default is to not bark, to be quiet. And that's sad to think about. A-Name says, I agree. I think they put most of the time into the main characters rather than the ones you only did a few side missions with and interactions. Yeah. Yeah. But it's a tribute to the greatness of this game, and the writers and the writing is that all the characters are interesting, and you develop emotional connections with them. And they're all deserving of their own story. Also, the actors, the voice actors, and the portraying them. A-Name says, I have a King Charles Cavalier called Minnie. She's 11 and she barks loud, especially when she wants to be fed. King Charles. We got some bad news about King Charles today, if you follow the British. That's a King Charles Spaniel. Oh, it's a Spaniel. Oh, so cute. That's a super cute dog. Looks fancy. That's cute. Well done, A-Name. Yeah, she doesn't really bark, and if like she's really excited with me, she'll do like a quiet bark, like a ruff. But I believe she was trained at a very early age not to bark, to be quiet. And we never really got to do this stranger event, but at this early stage of the game, we still didn't know what we were doing. And now I think the only stranger event that matters in retrospect is the Strange Man. So whoever we need to talk to is up in this tower, but I didn't figure that out. And we died. A-Name continues, I do personally think there's not going to be another game like Red Dead 2 for a while. with almost everyone who has played the game, had such a bond with almost every character. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Look at all the modern games now. I don't think there'll ever be a game that like this. The Witcher 3 comes close. For me personally, but I like this game better. I haven't yet to find a game I've liked more than this one, that I've wanted to play more than this one, including Red Dead 1. I was, however, thinking we might at some point in the future do a LA Noire playthrough, live playthrough on this channel. Haven't decided yet. Perhaps during the summer or the fall. The 100-day march will take us through... I have the calendar here. It will take us through May 5th. And those will all be Red Dead and Red Dead 2 related videos, of course. A-Name says, got Modern Warfare 3, but it's not really as fun as I thought it would be. I always end up just playing Red Dead 2 for hours every day. Yeah, every game that I've played since, at some point, I just want to go back to Arthur and Horseshoe Overlook and Biscuit. Ali says, yes, LA Noire is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's cool. It would be fun to play. I would have to do a little bit of censorship, fancy editing. There's a lot of nudity in that game, and not fun nudity, like dead people nudity. And so I'll have to deal with that if I do it. But we're not gonna. But it would be in summer at the earliest. Also, I would need a capture card, which is not a big deal. I do have a PC that we can hook it up to. Because interestingly enough, the cutscenes on LA Noire are not they're not available to record on the PS4. They're blocked. You can only record gameplay.
Seth, what are you gonna do with those bodies?
I'm gonna take them back to a nice quiet spot and look for the map. I need the map.
Ali says, yeah, it isn't the most YouTube friendly, to say the least. Yeah, and also the channel friendly. I do like to say this is a family channel. I don't swear in real life, and I don't swear on the channel.
All right, I know a secluded spot where we can search these sleeping beauties.
A-Name says, yes, Biscuit, ever since I seen that first video you did about how to get it, I used that horse every day. I played Red Dead 2. Sadly, I don't have it on PS5 yet. I think you can load the PS4 version on PS5, can't you? It's like, what do you call it, backfitted? Retrofitted? I don't know. Have yet to buy a PS5. Don't really see a need for it at this point. There's no new games on PS5 that I am desperate to play or excited about. Technically, it would, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it would be easier to live stream on a PS5, but I figured it out with the setup I have. And what do these jokers want? A-Name says, oh, sorry, I forgot to say I played on Xbox before I'd gotten my PS5. Okay, that makes sense.
A bottle of elixir. Thank you, my friend. All done with this one.
I of course wanted a PS5 when they first came out, and they were so difficult to get
There's some bullets on this.
with all the supply chain issues. But I think that was more pandemic stress on my part, and also I just thought we could make like PS5 unboxing videos and PS5 review videos.
I just want a
And
little.
now that that's over and it's available relatively easy, I just don't see the reason to get one, at least right now.
Thanks, partner.
Metro Clip says, almost forgot it was Marston Monday. Well, I appreciate you being here, Metro. And you know what they say, on Mondays we Marston.
Here's my man. Come on.
In Red Dead 1. A-Name says, mainly switch to the PlayStation exclusives like Ghost of Tsushima, which I really enjoyed playing. I also enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. It's like a Japanese samurai movie come to life. It's beautiful. It is in its own right, just as beautiful as Red Dead Redemption 2. And I enjoy the samurai aesthetic, and and every scene looks like a Japanese woodcut come to life.
Can't you see we're in a rush here?
And the gameplay's good. I just don't like it as much as Arthur. It does get a little repetitive once you figure out your fight mechanics. But the sword fighting mechanics, the samurai mechanics, tip top. Metro Clip says, do you like the new name? I started doing Wild West clips from famous Western movies. Interesting. I had no idea, Metro Clips. That's a great idea. How are you doing with copyright issues? Are you getting flagged? What is YouTube saying?
Trying to figure this out.
Are they?
Be rich.
When you're done with that, get over to Fort Mercer. I need
Let's
you
see. Can I
inside
check
that
out your
place.
channel from here?
That's where I find my treasure, mister.
Go to channel. I'm checking you out right now. 1.49 subscribers. Well done, Metro. Django Unchained. Ash Williams. Okay, looking good, Metro. Let's do a little Okay, first thing I'm thinking is your video quality looks upscaled to 1080p, and you should really think about, improving that. Oh, here's a Django Unchained clip. I do like Leonardo DiCaprio and Django Unchained. Yeah. Looking good so far. Just keep it up. The algorithm loves consistency. A-Name says, was kind of similar to Red Dead 2 with some of the characters that grown to me, but I'll never come close to Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I mean, I love the game. I love samurais. I love the Japanese culture, but I always drift back into this game. Metro says, nothing. I'm not using copyright music, and I haven't gotten copyrighted yet. I was always worried about getting flagged about using copyrighted content from movies and stuff, because I also wanted to start a movie clip channel called something like Superantonio Movies, where I just show my favorite movie scenes. Don't worry about monetization or copyrights, but I haven't really done that. Metro says, I'll keep that in mind with the quality. Yeah, viewers are real snobs when when it comes to quality. Like if you can upscale to 4K. I used to upscale to 4K and put it in the title. Red Dead Redemption 2 in 4K, but I don't really anymore. I don't care. A-Name says, interested in buying Spider-Man 2 game, but don't think I will till it drops in price as I don't want to pay £70. £70 sterling. Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason to. Watch some gameplay. I mean, there's no reason to get the game upon release unless, one, you love it, or two, you have a channel and you want to show that game. Wait and see, because especially with early releases of modern games, they're not usually finished. You gotta wait for updates, and just watch like all YouTubers and see if you actually want to play this game. Metro Clip says, do you like the new profile pic? It's Clint Eastwood in a Red Dead Redemption 2 background.
Hey, Seth. Seth, come back here.
Yeah, I always think that Arthur was Arthur in the promotional for Red Dead Redemption 2. He always reminded me of Clint Eastwood, the man with no name.
See you later, partner.
Where you going, partner?
Nowhere.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, but again, you run into copyright issues.
That thing you're looking for is Captain.
I mean, if you want to take this channel to the, if you want to take your channel to the next level.
Okay, I was just fooling, partner.
Technically, I don't like giving YouTube advice because nobody ever listens. I mean, you're going to do what you want to do, and I suppose that's how it should be. But I talk to everyone as if you're my friend, as if you're my best friend, and I always try to be honest. So it'd be one thing if you had a drawing of Clint Eastwood, or that was inspired by Clint Eastwood or whatever. But it's another thing if you're just going to grab a photo from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and Red Dead Redemption it. Metro says, Seth is weird, but I just learned to deal with it. Yeah, Seth is a very interesting character. His collarbone, his clavicle really freaks me out.
Follow me.
And we gotta kill all these guys so we can get to the mansion and Seth can finally get his treasure. A-Name says, might get Red Dead 1 soon as I haven't played it since the PS Vita days. I remember the PS Vita, and it's pretty fun to play after 10 plus years of not playing it. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I do call it Red Dead Light, but it's a lot easier to play. And once you figure out what to do, get an improved campsite, get a bandolier, and get the Lucky Rabbit's Foot. That's all you need as far as camp upgrades. Then collect weapons as, throughout the game. You get a Winchester, you get sniper rifles. You don't really have to buy anything. I think the only weapon I want to buy is the Mauser, because you can go full auto on the Mauser. And A-Name says, Sadie's a deep sleeper. Yes, can you hear her snoring? Hold on. The mic is sensitive enough to pick it up. But I think you need headphones if you want to hear it. Metro says, A-Name for real. Yes, she I've always heard that a sleepy dog is a happy dog, and she has a lot of fun. I keep her very active. So during these streams, when she is supposed to be co-hosting and participating in the chat, she just sleeps through them. Ali says, how's your horse show coming along? I just looked this up and I completely forgot. We have 4 more horses to process. So it's coming along. I'm just, you know, we get stragglers every day. So I'll just keep going until, you know, maybe mid-month or perhaps the third week of the month. I don't know. It'll come out this month. It's coming along. Are you the Ali that submitted?
Damn, this one's locked. Let's check the back.
Yeah, I think this is you. Yeah, so yeah, you're ready. I've got you. But I also, you know, it's like I responded to your email. Metro says, should we be expecting a stream tomorrow? No, I have a short for you tomorrow about getting a fishing pole early in Red Dead Redemption 2. A-Name says, Minnie's fast asleep too. She has been for the past 3 hours. Yeah. The tired dog is a happy dog. Ali says, yes, that's me. Okay, yeah. I really appreciated you naming your files. That's very convenient for me. Most people don't do that. And that's just another step so that I can keep all the horses corralled with the right people. Where I will name the horse after the viewer that submitted the horse. Metro says, can't wait. Yeah, it's a pretty funny video. It's a pretty funny short. Yeah, the next live stream that is planned will be Free Roam Fridays, which is a Bad Honor free roam, and then we'll do another horse show on Saturday, probably with the White Arabian. I think we'll do all the Arabians first because they're very popular. And then Sunday we'll either do a live stream during the day, or I'll just throw up another. I'll throw up another short. I've got a bunch of shorts to fill in the gap for the 100-day march. Depends on, you know, how much time I have and what I'm working on. Metro says, have you ever seen The Ballad of Buster Scruggs? Yes, indeed, Metro. I watched that, you know, multiple times during my first playthrough. When I had Netflix. Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. I wish it was available on DVD or Blu-ray because I don't have Netflix anymore. A-Name says, you see the leaks for the new Wolverine game. Looks pretty good from what I've seen. Don't think I would buy it till after a few months after release though. I have not. I have not. I saw the leaks for like the new Wolverine movie where Hugh Jackman has a costume that is closer to the original Stan Lee Wolverine outfit. It's yellow and black, but it's yellow and black leather. Here's Seth's treasure, which is a glass eye. He's disappointed. Look at that collarbone.
I'm sure whoever that belonged to treasured it very much.
Stupid liars. Stupid
Metro says the first part of the movie is the best, in my opinion. I like the whole movie, but I love those directors, the Coen brothers.
And help me with Williamson's gang. And you can come
Hugh
up with
is
another
sick,
excuse to
O-Dog
roast your
asks.
old friends.
Hugh, who? Hugh Jackman?
The dead man's treasure ain't done me no favors. Sure,
I'm not sure.
I'm ready for the living.
But he's gonna be he's Wolverine in, I don't know.
You gentlemen is ready.
He might be, it might be the new Deadpool movie. Yeah, he's in Deadpool 3 as Wolverine in a yellow and black jumpsuit. Metro says, who would win in a quick draw? The Man with No Name or Buster Scruggs? Man with No Name, of course. Buster Scruggs is a comedy. And he's more of a throwback to like a mid-century good guy cowboy. He's closer to like a John Wayne version of a cowboy. Or no, actually singing cowboy, which came before John Wayne. So like a, what was that guy's name? Dale Cowboy. Movie. Can't even remember. Looking him up, I'm not finding it. Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy actors from the 50s. No, he's from the 40s.
Let's go. Whoa there.
Roy Rogers is who I was thinking of. Dale was his wife. So Buster Scruggs is more like Roy Rogers, and the Man with No Name is what you would call a postmodern cowboy. Odoc says this is his last role for character. Yeah, you know, Odoc, but how old is Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman, we should talk to him. He's 55.
Let's go.
You know, I mean,
Seth, his
and that's the age he says he is. You know, I think for all Hollywood actors, you can add 5 to 10 years to that. So he might be 60 or 65. All actors lie about their age. Metro says, well, I'm going to head out. It was a good Marston Mondays, boys. I appreciate you being here, Metro. You have a great week. A-Name says, just one more year till GTA 6. Hopefully it's worth the hype. Hopefully the story mode is better than GTA 5, as it was pretty disappointing. I don't like to be negative and pessimistic on this channel or in life, and I want to be proven wrong. But I believe GTA 6 will not be worth the hype. I believe you will be disappointed. I believe that Rockstar will release an unfinished game. I think it's going to be a lot like Cyberpunk 2077. Look at every game that has been released in the past 5 years. Just think about it. It's going to be like one of those games.
All right, good. Now just stay put.
But I don't want to talk about it. I don't like being negative on this channel. I don't like talking about just the state of popular culture and modern video games that are developed for the modern video game audience, which is a mythical audience that doesn't really exist. It's an ideological audience. So I don't know, maybe it'll be good. I want to be proven wrong, but I don't think I will be. We shall see. But I'm not going to be playing GTA 6. We won't be playing it on this channel. Serena, I'm sure, will be playing it. So I'll just watch her playthroughs. A-Name says, to be honest, I agree with your opinion. I don't think this much hype is good for the game or company, as it adds constant pressure. Yeah, they're just gonna they're not gonna release like Red Dead 1, Red Dead 2 for all its flaws with like the horse controls upon release was pretty close to perfect. You know, it was, and they're not going to wait that long.
Good man. What would you say
I
if
think
said
most,
immortality was at hand?
like the strategy for modern video game developers is to release an unfinished game and then just
Turn a man
fix it on the fly with updates and hopefully charge you for those updates
Gentlemen, I bring you wisdom from the East.
and funnel you into their online
The best medicines
experience
and the newest
so that they can, you know,
available for you and your families. Exotic trinkets from the far reaches of the earth. Elixirs that give vigor and strength.
gone are the days of standalone
For you
single player
physical skill and
physical media games.
this miraculous elixir
That's not the business
can
model anymore.
keep the muscles supple and relax the cords. It loosens the joints and gives a feeling of vigor and freshness to the whole system. Why, some men have reported to me that after drinking it for 1 month, they can chew through steel.
I've always heard strategically short controlled bursts work better. Here's Seth going a little crazy. Rather than this version that we're doing here, which I call spray and pray. And you think one of those bullets would be like a single shot kill for these guys, and it's not. It takes at least a couple. You have to hold it over him to get him to actually die. A-Name says, not many games that have had my interest in the past 2 years. They just aren't as good as the games 4 years ago. Yeah, all those developers got, like, kicked out or, you know, or fired. There's a whole new generation with a different idea of what they want their video games to, your video games to be. The companies have evolved and progressed, but the audience and the market has not evolved and progressed, and they don't realize that, or they don't, or they want to force you to play something that I don't think you want to play. I know I don't want to play. I mean, even though I don't talk about it, I'm sure just because of my personality, if you're watching this channel, you pretty much have the same idea as me, and you think the same way that I do about the state of the world and the polarity of pop culture and politics, even though we don't talk about it in this channel. And they keep talking about making video games for the modern gaming audience, not realizing that you and I are the modern gaming audience.
Fucking dang pig! Them cocksucking son of bitches escaped the other side of the fort. Alright, let's go.
A-Name says, the new generation of games seems more for the youth side rather than anything else. Yeah, but the youth side doesn't even want to play those games. They want to play Fortnite and Call of Duty. How old is Call of Duty? And PUBG. The new gaming audience, the youth gaming audience, they like single-person shooters and cool guns. That's really all they want to do, is run around and shoot things. A-Name says, although that's how they make their money nowadays. Well, some money. I don't think these modern games are as successful as they're letting on. That's not our fault. A deputy has died. Well, it is technically our fault. We didn't move fast enough, but it's not our fault. Odog says, thing is, the youth is willing to buy all the DLCs, so they'll make it like Fortnite. LOL. Yeah, they will. Fortnite, I would argue, is one of the most successful gaming franchises out there, but it's not like everyone is putting their own spin on Fortnite type games. They're just kind of ignoring it and trying to force the audience to play the characters and scenarios that they say we want, or they say we should want. A name says, facts, O-Dog. When really, the youth of today, they just want to shoot things in a colorful, candy cartoon environment. That's all they want. I don't think they care about politics. I don't think they care about
We still can't find Williamson anywhere.
how do I say this? I don't think they care about what you do in the bedroom. They just want to have fun, listen to cool music that I cannot stand, and run around in a cartoon environment with their friends, laughing and shooting people and insulting each other, but with affection. It's not bullying. A name says Saints Row is definitely one of the many games which has died down since its newest release, with it changing the entire format of the recent games they released. Yeah, the old formula of evolve or die doesn't work anymore, because it seems to me that the games are devolving, not evolving. O-Dog says they know kids will buy a new pink outfit with matching gun skin, whereas my 40-year-old genre will just laugh at it. Yeah, those gun skins, super popular. We handled the Gatling gun a little better with this scenario. A little more controlled, but it's still twitchy. And spoiler alert, Bill isn't even here. Leroy shows up. Greetings, Leroy. He says, hey folks, I've been a silent watcher, and I agree. I feel like so long as the game is vibrant and some shooting options, it'll attract kids, yeah. And the music. A-Name says, although I'm only 17, the new games nowadays aren't to my interest at all. That makes sense, A-Name, just because you're here on this channel. You like more traditional games.
Bill ain't here. We looked everywhere.
My least favorite deputy. And here's Irish, jumping in at the last minute, even though he was hiding.
Bill's already run off to Mexico yesterday morning.
You'll never get him. Javier Escuela.
A-Name is wise beyond his years.
That should make things interesting. Where in Mexico?
How should I know? Oh!
Where in Mexico, you little
At any rate, yeah, I've got opinions on GTA 6. I want to be proven wrong. I would love for it to be a game that that I am excited about. But I don't care. I mean, I don't care for the music. I don't care for the fashions. I don't care for the look. You know, I don't want to play a modern game. I don't want to play a game that reflects the world that is outside my windows. I want, you know, I like to play games that are in the future or the past. And why play a game that reflects what I see on TV or out in the world? For me personally, that's not interesting. And I don't like the music.
May you always find coin in your pocket.
So it holds very little interest for me.
Time with you, boy.
You too, Mr. West Dickens.
A-Name says, most of my friends are obsessed with Fortnite and Call of Duty. Yeah. Yeah, first-person shooters. Note, Seth closes the doors to the fort, so we cannot get back in there and loot all those bodies that we shredded with the Gatling gun. very inconvenient. Leroy says, yeah, I don't see myself playing GTA 6. Considered it. Just doesn't pique my interest, although I believe it holds potential. A-Name says, story games stomp online games, in my opinion. Online games are more about the interaction with your online community, and also you get a little dopamine hit every time you see that red X, and so that's what they're going for those little dopamine squirts from getting the red X, and also having fun with your friends, talking trash, which is an essential part of childhood, I believe. A-Name says, I probably will end up buying GTA 6, but will definitely watch some playthroughs beforehand. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I don't think I'll buy it. I just don't care. I mean, if it were set in the future, maybe. But this is Arthur's channel. Arthur and Biscuit. I love this world. Leroy says, online games can be so dramatic as there's always something going on. Just isn't for me. Yeah, they're designed that way. Like every 30 seconds, every 10 seconds. But Leroy, they're not designed for you, and they just want you to keep playing. A-Name says, nowadays games put more money into the trailers rather than the games themselves. Yeah, I guarantee that the initial release of GTA 6 will not live up to the trailer. Well, no, I don't guarantee it. I suspect. I'm happy to be proven wrong. And I want to be proven wrong. But I got a bad feeling, to quote Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I thought we could search saddlebags, and I accidentally skinned this horse, which is appalling and horrifying. And I wish we couldn't do that. He names us not the horse. Yeah, John didn't mean to do that. Don't tell Abigail. Miko says, no worries, that horse is only sleeping. Yes, Miko. Leroy says, weird how we can't skin horses in Red Dead 2. Yes, not weird. Grateful and horrifying that we can in the first place. Yeah, let's grab that bandolier. Definitely need that. Volcanic. It's probably good. Don't care. I prefer long guns. I suppose we should get a volcanic just for the completionist aspect. Just to try it out. We could make a field testing the volcanic in Red Dead 1 versus Red Dead 2. Maybe we'll do that. I'm making a note of it. Volcanic, Red Dead 1, 2. It looks like Red Dead 12, but I know what it means. Also, chat, is the volcanic actually based on a real-life gun? A real-life gun called the volcanic. Volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions. The volcanic repeating arms. Is a volcanic... The volcanic pistol operated similarly to the lever-action firearm still in production today.
My products are of the finest quality, sir.
It's based on the Smith & Wesson No. 1 and 2 lever-action firearms. But those are long guns. So the volcanic, as far as I can tell, is pretty much a repeater that was sawed off and turned into a pistol. A-Name says, what's your go-to revolver in Red Dead 2? For me, it would be the Schofield. I like Flacco's sidearm. I like the ivory grip. And usually I'll just upgrade the Cattleman. But I don't use sidearms, really. I prefer long guns. I do like the accuracy of a volcanic in Red Dead 2. But you can get something similar with a long barrel on a Cattleman. Cattleman with a hero grip looks really good. Well, let's move on. And back to Bonnie's we go. I kind of want to make a video of just every flirty interaction Bonnie has with John. A-Name says, I love these sidearms just for the quick draw. Well, they're iconic and they're essential to the cowboy wardrobe, but just technically for battle, I would prefer even the default carbine repeater. For accuracy, range, and reload rate. Oh, and then finally we did the
Mr. Marston, how are you,
we
sir?
redid the chariot race from last week,
Oh,
and we did quite well.
yes.
Spoiler alert.
Interesting fellow.
Once I figured out the mechanics
Men these days with
of how to control these things, and pretty much you just hold the X. You don't tap anymore. You hold the X, hold on, you know, and work the sticks. And the sticks are really twitchy. So like once you turn, you have to let go. And just
I believe Seth comes from that school.
also at the same time
Look, you thought any more about our plan?
holding the X as much as you can. And just tap if you want to go ahead of somebody. Also,
Not mercifully the arbiter of wisdom.
you don't have to really worry about crashing into other players. I mean, the other NPCs. They'll get out of your way.
A man who sells lies
And I was
to a
worried
safe
about that
to
the first time.
A man who, if he
Also
doesn't
note
get
how
it,
John has golden
won't
guns
think
now.
twice about putting a bullet
There's a
through his
golden gun
skull.
option in Red Dead 1 that I like. And I think
Mr. Marston,
for when we finally return to Marston Mondays, we're going to turn all his weapons gold. As tribute to Red Dead 1.
That's what I thought.
A-Name says, Abigail died of old age, didn't she? Or what was it? She wasn't that old. So she just died of whatever, you know, it's like he didn't live long in 1899 or 1910.
America,
I assume
that lubricant with which we
she died of a
concern
broken
ourselves
heart
is money.
after John died.
Money? What are you talking about?
Oh, we need weapons. Armor plate.
These
for the wagon.
scenes of like John interacting with Wes Dickens and carrying these bottles, they remind me of Hosea and you know at in Rhodes as Fenton.
Sell
It's
cures around here.
it's the
You wanna
same
see me
type
race?
of scenario.
No, the sport of kings. Racing, my friend. The sport of kings.
You can see the
No
inception
activity without reproach.
of Hosea's character and also Uncle's, even though Uncle exists in this game.
Lying, cheating.
Just like carrying crates of Miracle Tonic or Moonshine.
Come. Let's finish the loading and we'll discuss it as we drive.
Now, sir, to gap tooth reach.
I tell Sadie we have to work. We have to do a live stream. She can't go to bed yet. And her idea is that we're always working, which is not true. Sometimes we go on walks. Sometimes I feed her. Sometimes I play with her. But yeah, we do spend a lot of time at this desk.
Connection with him more like.
A Name says, "Wonder what the Reverend went on to do." Well, I'm sure
Mind you, at least he waits.
he found he settled somewhere and found another flock to administer to, administer his faith, minister of the faithful. He'd pretty much kicked his bad habits by the time he leaves Arthur.
I had the courtesy to put a gun in their face.
Whatever helps
I think he has a happier ending, not as happy as perhaps Sadie, or not Mary Beth and Miss Tilly. Sadie doesn't really have a happy ending. She's consumed with hate and vengeance and anger. She has the ending you would expect. Charles also has a happy ending, I believe. He goes up north, finds a nice native Canadian lady.
I didn't think I'd have to huckster snake oil and dig up the dead, that's all.
But I'm an optimist,
Collaboration is the key.
at least as far as this game
I can
goes.
help you. Seth can help you. It's business. Nothing more, nothing less.
Not necessarily an optimist about Rockstar and
Suits me.
the development of Grand Theft Auto 6, but you never know. Here's hoping. I hope for you guys. I want you guys to have fun. I want you guys to have a game you deserve. I just don't know if you'll get it. A Name says, "Was happy that Charles had a good ending, having a family up north." Yeah, same here. He deserved it. He deserves a little happiness and peace.
We must talk about the race.
Yes, race.
Oh, come on. Time to purge that
Sadie
negative-
repositions. One side gets too hot, so she has to switch to the other side.
They've been holding these chariot races in New Austin for as long as I can remember. And we need the money.
Why aren't you racing then?
Me? Oh no, not my thing at all. You have already proved yourself more than adept at the reins, my dear boy.
And I never skipped to destinations just because we kept getting unique dialogue.
It's treacherous. People will do just about
Even though the playthroughs, the speed runs I'm doing for the Strange Man events, I skip these things and it goes really fast. There are so many cutscenes in this game.
So what's your role in all this?
think of me as your spiritual guide.
Do I have to?
You are a free man, of course, but I strongly recommend it. Imagine, just for today, you are not an aging bounty hunter, and I am not an avant-garde business pioneer. No, sir. Today, we are gladiators. Motivation, dear boy.
I'm definitely feeling motivated.
A Name says, "Was pretty upset when Eagle Flies died, although we didn't have many missions with him. He was a kind soul." Yeah, he's part of Arthur's redemption arc in Red Dead Redemption 2. Every character in that game was well written and well rounded and had depth and emotion and feeling, and it's just a tribute to the genius of the game and the writing and the direction and the performances that they take a hold of you. They took a, they take a hold of your soul, and this game hurts. There's not that many games like this. I don't think there's any game like this, personally. I was hoping we could like give that horse some horse medicine, but you can't really. But watch this. We actually did it. Spoiler alert, we're gonna win. Also, stay on the road. I mean, obviously, stay on the road as much as you can. Stay in the center as much as you can. Horse will go faster if you stay in the center. It's pretty easy to catch up with these guys. So you don't pay attention to like 6 of 8, the numbers. Just try to stay in the center. Note how they like get out of your way. See, now we're in the lead. All we got to do is hold it and stay on the road, Marston. Also, it helps to know the route, which of course we do now after failing it so many times. Lost count. And it's kind of fun. It seems more of a Grand Theft Auto thing, a horse race, just like, or a race in general. But it was fun in the sense that we figured it out. We figured out how to beat it. A name says, gonna go head to sleep now as it's almost 5 a.m. Wow. I'll definitely tune into the next stream. Have a good night, Antonio and Sadie. Thank you, friend. You as well. I don't recommend you staying up that late, but I appreciate you being here. You have a great week. See, he gets out of the way. Yeah, it's fun. It's exciting once you figure it out. Then it's just a matter of maintaining control with these twitchy, irritating controls. A-Name says, you too. Oh, we shall. We're just going to work on videos and play with the dog. This is the home stretch. You don't really need to win this race to progress the story. It's just fun to do. There, see? We also won the race with Bonnie, which I will be showing you later in a later update.
Right, best remove ourselves from the stage before somebody
Next, we are
decides
off
they
to
want their
Mexico.
money back.
Fine by me.
Isn't that fantastic? The cheers of the crowd, the thunder of the wheels.
The falling rocks, the homicidal maniacs.
Oh, come on, John. Even a cold-hearted misanthrope like you must have found that just the tiniest bit exhilarating.
Not the friendliest bunch, are they?
They take the racing very seriously in these parts, and your participation was not entirely pre-approved.
That was clear.
Ah, sport, war, and heartache. The guilty pleasures of
Interesting
mankind
how
since the
these
dawn of time.
these dialogue,
Yes, of course.
just transition scenes would evolve into cinematic mode in the next game. You can really see the seeds, the incarnation of what they're going to do
Well done,
in Red
sir.
Dead 2.
Well done. Having you as a ringer has netted us a fine profit.
We seem to be wasting time, old man.
Oh, patience, my friend. The Trojan horse cannot run
And I
before
don't-
it can walk, if you'll forgive the metaphor. Next, we need to procure some grand and overwhelming firepower.
Well, I don't want to be. I've been negative enough in this stream. We're trying to, we have a positive channel.
Irish. Yes, he's an interesting kind of
So I'm not going to say anything about Red Dead 3, whether it comes or not.
Armadillo or some other town
I
where
will
he
just
runs
tell
a
you that
bacchanalian rebel or such.
Great. An alcoholic arms dealer.
Red Dead 1 versus Red Dead 2, it's just, it's at least 100% better, Red Dead 2. It's ridiculous. Red Dead 2 became basically a perfect game. Odog says, "You hater." Yeah, I know. Yes, we're. We'd be able, Odog. We would be such a bigger channel if I were a hater. That works really well. And that is all I have for you tonight, friends. Really appreciate you being here. Shout out to the mods, Odog, Leroy. Odog, as always, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for being here and supporting me and supporting the channel and taking care of the unruly bastards in the chat. What else? We have that fishing pole video tomorrow. It's kind of funny. And random videos throughout the week. We're doing a 100-day march. Odog has some peace signs. Appreciate all of you friends. You have a great week. See you on Friday. Miko, thank you for being here.